Well, I'm going to be planting some winter greens in my Earthbox here, some fall greens, and I've chosen a premium greens mix from Haas. It's got some mustard greens, arugula, about 3 or 4 different kinds of greens, good for salads and stir fries and stuff. And what I've done, I had a couple of tomato plants that just never took. The summer killed them. They were young, and summer heat, they just never really took, even though I put a shade cloth over them trying to save them and everything else, and that didn't work. So I just pulled those out of here because they were gone. Pull those out of here, and I've recut the fertilizer row, because on tomatoes on the Earthbox you plant on one side and the fertilizer goes along that strip. But when you plant on both sides, the fertilizer goes in the middle. So I'm going to plant these greens on both sides of a fertilizer strip in this Earthbox, and we'll show you how to do it. Well, first of all, we dig a trench kind of in the middle, just a little bit of a depression. I'm going to put about 1 pound of triple 13 in there, and then cover that up. Tap it down a little bit. Now, most Earthboxes, most plantings of Earthboxes, you'll put that cover on it, that I call it a shower cap, and it keeps the weeds out. It keeps it's kind of a mulch. It mulches it. The cover acts as a mulch as well as protection from weeds and other such things. But I want to plant these greens pretty thick all the way across both sides, and because of that, I just don't want to. This doesn't make sense to cut a big slit in that cover, so I'm just not going to have a cover on it. I'll spread them out here. They're supposed to plant them pretty densely, and that's what the package says. So I'm going to plant them along these 2 rows along the edges here. They are tiny. They are tiny. So I'm going to try to do about half of them on each side here. I know you can't see those. But I'm going to plant them all. It said dense. I'm going to be dense here. That's about, maybe not quite half of them, so we'll come back. We'll plant these and then come back to that one. Let me get these planted. And it ought to just cover this Earthbox. Even though there's going to be a strip down the center, they ought to get big enough to really envelop the entire Earthbox. So I believe I'm pretty evenly distributed. So now we'll lightly cover up. It says plant them 1/4 inch deep, so I'm just going to put a light dusting of potting mix over the top of them, and water it in with a real gentle wand, and at that point fill up the tube here. This is where you fill up the bottom water reservoir on an Earthbox. I don't know how familiar you are with the Earthbox, but it's got about a 2.5 inch water reservoir, which holds about 2.5 gallons to 3 gallons, and it waters from underneath. You fertilize on top, and then that water brings that fertilizer up to the whatever plants you're planting. And I could do flowers. I may do some. I'm not a big flower guy. I usually don't plant something unless I can eat it, sell it, or smoke it. But winter's coming up, and I think on the front porch some pansies would look nice, and I've got a couple of earth boxes to spare that are just going to sit there all winter long anyway, so why not go ahead and plant them. So I'll probably get some either some pansy seedlings or some pansy seeds and plant some. But this is going to be greens. I've got one other earth box that I'm going to plant in probably a spinach or probably spinach. I hadn't decided yet, but we'll plant that in something else. But for right now, let me just dust these real quick, show you how I do that. So I got a little scoop here, and a scoop probably to one side, just to get a good covering. Seeds are so small you can't see them, so I just have to having to assume I'm covering them. Get another scoop. Press it down so the seeds are in good contact with the potting mix. And those dudes ought to be up in no time. It takes about 3 weeks for them to get to maturity where you can start harvesting. And I may set them in the sun for right now, and just till they get germinated real well, and then move them over to where I want to keep them, and that's on the front porch. And then watch them, just make sure that they're getting enough sun on the front porch. If not, I'll move them back out in the sun. But for right now, I'll spritz these real lightly with water so as not to disturb the seeds. And you know, you don't want to have big stream, big flow of water. Just something real light, a light mist. And then fill up the reservoir and shoot, we're on the way to getting us some greens. If you don't have an earth box, I really like these. This is my first year to grow in earth boxes. I grew tomatoes, peppers. I've got some okra growing out there right now in an earth box. They really are a great way to garden. I think they're inexpensive. I know some people say they're a little pricey, but I got these on sale. They were typically they're $32. Got them on sale, and they probably will put a sale on around Christmas, around maybe Thanksgiving, Christmas, something like that. And just watch for the sale. And the best way to do is just call them on the phone instead of ordering online. Call their number and negotiate. Talk to the lady. My brother got about $5 off each and free shipping because he talked to somebody and not just ordered them through the internet. So call the number, try to get you some earth boxes. I got these for about $25, $26 a piece, and free shipping when they were shipping free back around Christmas. They'll do that again probably this year. It'd be a great time to get them. It's self-contained. I like my wicking tubs. I like my grow bags and stuff like that, but these are just so easy. All you do is dump soil in them and you're ready to plant something. It's just that easy. It can't be more simple. If you're not a gardener and you think you don't have a green thumb, get you some earth boxes. I guarantee you your thumb's going to be shiny green pretty quick. So that's it. We're going to water these down, put them in the sun, let them start germinating, get a good crop of greens going. Probably some more other winter type things. Maybe some broccoli, probably some spinach. I'll just have to look and see what all seed toss has and just see what I want to plant. So anyway, here we are, growing in earth boxes for the fall. Had a nice summer in them. Real nice spring and summer garden in my earth boxes. Some huge plants, prolifically produced. Lots of veggies. But now we're in the fall. So we're planting things that will do well in the fall. And here they are, greens. Get you some. Get your earth box, get you something. Grow something. I think you're going to need to. Times are a changing. All right. We're gone.